Hello my beautiful humans, hey, it's Jay and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you my reading journal setup for 2022. As I mentioned in my December Plan With Me video, I will now be doing my bullet journaling videos a bit differently, and instead of planning them live, I will be flipping through and explaining the threads once they are complete. Thank you again for all the love and support with this new format. So first, I just want to show my 2020 to 2021 reading journal. Everyone say hi and bye to Libby, who is this mini notebook I got from Muji, where I would basically just list down the books that I'm reading and then some notes on some books that I wanted to remember. I've seen a lot on BookTube and BookTub, shameless plug, check me out on TikTok, and it's inspired me to treat my reading journal like my bullet journal. So, meet my reading journal. You'll see their name later, and it is an Archer and Olive B6 dotted notebook with 112 pages, very compact, literally the size of my hand. I wanted a smaller journal so it'd be easier to lug around. And if you are interested in buying an Archer and Olive journal, please check out the description box below for a discount code. This was part of their fall collection, and I'm absolutely in love with the Raven. I've always linked ravens and books together because of Harry Potter and the fact that I'm a Ravenclaw, so the Raven and the color palette was perfect. Quick disclaimer, while I do love Harry Potter in the series and the memories of childhood brings, I do not support J.K. Rowling. Now, let's flip the journal and the spreads set up. I'll show you first the front and back pages of this book. On this intro page, I just have my name, a sticker, and this clear card case to either put my library card, a business card, contact information, and then I printed on sticker paper that illustration from Canva. On the back, I printed out this book page from when I did my book theme in October of 2020, so I ripped it up and put it on the back pocket for the journal and stuck in this illustration of Cupid and Psyche in the middle, because Cupid and Psyche is one of my favorite Greek myths and is one of my first memories of being in the library, so I thought I would pay homage to that. So, the official first front page, as you know, I have to name my journal and have a name spread for it, so obviously, here it is. Please meet Poe, my reading bullet journal, which is obviously a tribute to Edgar Allan Poe. I made the Hello My Name Is tag in Canva, and the graphic of the girl with the raven and the small good books equals good company sticker also is from Canva. This sticker is from this wonderful Etsy store named Lexi's Desk, which I'll leave linked down below, but it is a haiku omamori sticker, which I am absolutely obsessed with. If you don't know, omamori is a Japanese lucky amulet, and I always either stick a omamori sticker on my items or actually have an omamori in it. I love haiku and I love omamori, so it was the perfect fit. At the bottom of the journal, I just put the words Reading Bujo and then the start and end date because I'm hoping to have this journal for at least 2 years, so you'll notice in the setup that I have my evergreen spreads at the beginning and then move into more timely 2022 spreads. I never really use the first actual dotted page of my notebook because it's really awkward to write in, but I thought it'd be fun to make, I guess, a bookish aesthetic collage to go in the front and really set the tone for this journal. I put one of my favorite quotes, which reads, "Books gives a soul to the imagination, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything," which is from Plato, and I thought it matched the Raven theme. Next, we have my index, which is pretty boring and is a standard setup. Now we're going to get into my TBR spreads. These are not fully filled out yet because I have to go through a lot of book recommendations. If you have any more, leave them down below. But I've divided my TBR into categories just to make it easier for my thoughts. So that first one is for solo fiction books. This one is for my series books because I really love reading books in series, especially when it focuses on a family or friend group and everybody gets a happy ending because I am cheesy like that. I probably should have made this a multi-page spread because I will not fit all my book facts in here. I already know it. Here is my nonfiction page, and before I forget, I decided to make this journal theme blue, gold, and beige to match the exterior. So here is my nonfiction spread, and beside it I have my TBR for manhwa, which is I guess the Korean equivalent to manga, and I divided this page into 3 main boxes for the apps that I read manhwa in, which are Webtoon, Lezin, and Tappa. Now we move into my TBR for manga, and I made this a 2-page spread because manga have a lot, and I mean a lot of volumes. Of course, the first one on my list is Haikyuu, and I pasted in this little graphic of Suki from Haikyuu reading a book because it matched perfectly, and then added a cutout from Bungo no Stray Dogs. Now we have my physical bookshelf, which is my TBR of books that I own. I prefer to read on my Kindle to save space and moolah, but I also love the feel of reading a book. I've just color-coded this page to show which books are fiction and non-fiction. On the other side, I have this fun page of bookish accessories and content, so the top half is dedicated to any bookish things that I want to buy that aren't books, most likely because of TikTok, and then bookish content is anything I want to post on my TikTok or YouTube related to books. My next spread is my favorite quotes of all time, and I am such a sucker and lover for words that I had to have a section dedicated to quotes that just really have a special place in my heart. Of course, I started the spread with 2 of my favorite lines from one of my favorite books of all time, The Song of Achilles. I literally recommend this book to everyone, so if you haven't read it, read it and cry with me. I am not joking. You will cry. This next spread I think is one of my favorite spreads that I made, and this is my golden bookshelf, aka my tracker of my favorite books of all time. I've actually color-coded this, and if you look into the picture frame, you'll see that there's colors to represent if that favorite book was a physical book I own, an ebook, a manga, or a manhwa. I actually painted this page with gold paint so that I could get that really intense gold color, and I love that I made that decision. It looks amazing on camera, and it is even more beautiful in person. I haven't filled it out quite yet because I want to really think about what are my favorite books of all time and not just my favorites for the year, and then I have some blank pages after that golden bookshelf for room to grow my TBRs. You know, I had to start off my 2022 section with a little divider, and so I had this title page that I made in Canva and put a 2022 calendar and then some fun text that said year 2022 that I painted in gold. To officially start off these 2022 sections, I made a goals page, and these are all related to my reading goals for the year. For 2022, I want to read at least 122 books, and within those 122 books, I want to read at least 1 book that's in a different language, read at least 5 books from BIPOC and 2S LGBTQ+ authors. I want to read 10 volumes of manga and read 5 completed manhwa, as well as do a blind buy for a book and read it. I also want to take part in a readathon because they've always looked really fun online, and actually finish my physical TBR before I potentially move across the world. I didn't want to put too many goals out because I didn't want to take the fun out of reading, but I am excited and I hope I can read all of these. This next page I divided into 3 mini spreads, which are 12 books that I want to read in 2022, which I'll pull from my TBR list. The middle section is for any recommended or gifted books for the year, and then at the bottom is my anticipated releases for 2022, so I remember when a book is coming out. Can I just say also that this graphic from Canva of this female reading a book while drinking bubble tea is literally me. The pink hair, the bangs, it's me. This next spread is inspired by books or journals by Chloe, which is a books read spread in pixels. I've never tried this before, but how this spread is, it's you fill it out each of the numbers based on the books that you read by the categories. So my categories are physical books, ebooks, manga, manhwa, ARCs, which are advanced reader copies, or an audiobook. I think it'll be really cool to see at the end of the year just which format I read my books in. And so I've just marked off about 181 books because I needed to fill the space because my brain wouldn't let me leave it at just 122 because it stopped in the middle. So let's see how many I actually read. This is my favorite books of 2021 spread, where I plan to cut out the covers of my favorite books of the year and paste it into there, and I don't know if I'll have this much favorite books, but we'll see. Now, this is my reading tracker, which is the same format as it's been since I was in high school, where I just have a space to have the title, the author, and then my rating for it. And then to help with the pixel spread, I've labeled some important numbers on this tracker so I don't lose count on which book matches to which pixel. And that basically concludes this flip through. I hope you enjoy this new format and my first ever reading journal. I'm really excited to see where this ends up, and as always, it would mean the world to me if you liked, commented, or subscribed. I hope you're staying healthy and taking care of yourselves. I love you to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next one. Take care always. Jay.